Look, it's summertime, so there can never be too many arm days, all right? Don't say nothing about my baby weights. This is a warm-up, all right? Shit. Hey, y'all, when you got light weights, that's when you get the opportunity to practice, okay? Practice don't make perfect, perfect practice make perfect. So these are supposed to look like this. Your arm at a 90-degree angle, right? From your forearm to your tricep, straight up. Not this, okay? Don't do that. You're not getting nothing out of that. So back here, and just tricep work, back, okay? And even with lightweight, you can still feel it if you're doing it properly.
So you dedicate a whole day to your arms? You don't do it like with chest day or like something like that?
It's ideal to do a day, and sometimes I do, like today, but I don't always get that in. So what I'll do to supplement that is sometimes on a back day, I'll do triceps, and on a shoulder day or a chest day, I'll do biceps. Some of y'all probably think that's backwards, but the way you do it is backwards. When you're doing it like this, back, triceps, chest, biceps, it's called antagonistic muscle groups. That means if you're doing chest, the primary muscle that's working to train your chest is your triceps, it's a push. So if you're already doing a push, you don't want to compromise that by trying to get more of a tricep pump. You want maximum damage to your chest. If you're weakening your triceps, you ain't gonna get the proper weight. So you don't weaken your triceps. You do something that's antagonistic and do your biceps. It complements it. And the pump be crazy. You ever see a crazy person that is scary? They just run up to you, drooling. That's how you wanna look. Crazy, insane. You wanna scare people. I wanna scare people, so I don't know. All right, let's go. But before this,
You're almost doing two exercises here because you're doing tricep sitting down and you get up and do bicep right away.
that's exactly what it is. It's called superset. Superset is when you're doing an exercise and instead of taking a break, you do another exercise. Makes your time more efficient. There's times that I don't want to superset, you know? Especially when I'm going really heavy, I'm not supersetting. But this is not too crazy. It's hot as a so I want to get this workout done. These days, I'm not trying to be in the gym long. That used to be me, but I ain't had nothing to do back then. I ain't have a whole lot to do but work out. I got a lot of to do now, so I can't be in here for so long. And I figured out, like, you don't need to be in the gym 27 hours a day. It's not efficient. Now, there's certain days that I do want to have a long, drawn out, fucked up workout, punish myself, but today is not one of them, all right? Short and sweet, baby. Call it Napoleon, short and sweet. Who's like a short celebrity that's annoying?
Tom Cruise.
Is he?
He's like 5'6" or something.
He annoys you? I'm telling Tom Cruise. Lucas said you're annoying. I asked him about who's short and annoying. He said Tom Cruise, so. And Kevin Hart come roast you. Don't say nothing. So concentration curl. Once again, you'll need a whole lot of weight. Just gotta do it properly. So what you wanna do is put your elbow on the inside right here and lean back like that. Boom, so you're getting that full extension. You gonna naturally wanna come over here. You're taking some of the tension away. Maximum tension, right here. The more tension, the more hypertrophy, the more you're stimulating growth in said body part. Capiche? Science, baby, science. And let me tell you this, my science is bro science. I don't have a degree in nothing, all right? But I got the results and big numbers, all right? So, you know, we are scientists. What does a scientist do? They conduct studies. How can you conduct a study from reading something from a book? You conduct a study by getting in the fucking field and trying shit. Me, I've tried shit all my life. I've done shit that didn't work. I've done shit that did work. So what did I do? I started eliminating shit that didn't work, avoiding things that look cool but don't do shit, and stand with what's efficient, what actually works. Let's get it. These are always hard for me. Very humbling. I think about weight. This is a 50-pound block of weight. Some genius figured out the more I lift this up, my muscle grow, I get stronger. The same with a book. Somebody compiled a whole bunch of information, knowledge, put it in a book. So you don't have to, but if you go and pick up a book, you strengthen your brain. You're literally creating more neurons. It's called neurogenesis, right? The more you read, you just know more shit. You have a broader perspective on life. You're more interesting. You have more things to talk about. You creating these new neurons. You're pushing out and limiting the possibility of you ever getting neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. That is probably one of the worst things that a person could have, because they don't even know what's going on. When you know these things, and people don't do it, they don't lift weights, they don't read books, it's like, what's wrong with you? I think the same about people in academia. Much respect. You know that a sedentary lifestyle is going to increase a premature death, right? Building muscle, right, is like putting money in a bank. It's insurance for you to have a more robust life when you're older. You know that, but you're not doing that. So strange. Are you really smart? A lot of people avoid certain things, certain conversations, so on and so forth, because they lack accountability for themselves. I even think the same about like super smart people who are atheists. I think they know better than that. I'm gonna tell you one thing. The more I read the Quran, I'm like, yo, this predates science, and everything y'all talk about science is in this book. Unless you're just ignorant and you don't realize what's in the book, or you really do know, but you don't want to accept that, acknowledge that there's a God. That is, to me, is saying that you lack accountability. You don't want to be accountable for whatever weird you into, right? Because here's the thing, y'all. When you realize that God exists, is real, you gotta walk different. Or it's weird if you don't, right? Because you ain't never alone. You always got somebody watching you. So you gotta do the right thing. You gotta try your best to do the right thing. You have to make a sincere attempt to do the right thing at all times. That's a fact. And look, God gives you grace and mercy, so sometimes you mess up and you repent. You make a couple of rakats, you ask for God to, sincerely ask for God to forgive you, and he forgives you. So it ain't like we expect it to be perfect. But some people just don't want no accountability, which is crazy. I'm just ranting, y'all. You know, we gotta build this as much as we building this. Last set. Two more. Let's keep going. As soon as I'm done, like with a heavy curl, bench, whatever, my last rep, I want to punch somebody. I feel like a little instant burst of aggression. Just want to kick, like kick somebody right here in the chest, or just punch somebody so hard their whole skull collapses and crushes. Halas.